My best friend betrayed me by getting pregnant from my husband, and my own mother tried to convince me. My husband D and I started dating when I was 21 and he was 23. We were together for 2 years before he proposed. We've been married for 12 years and have 2 kids. Early on, he introduced me to his mom, Mallory. I liked her right away and tried hard to make a good impression, but it wasn't mutual. Mallory had been a widow for years, and she and Dee were extremely close, borderline codependent. Dee always sought her approval in everything. Mallory didn't like me mainly because I came from a well-off family. My parents owned multiple businesses, paid for my college, bought me a car, but they also raised me to be independent. I built my own career and never asked them for money after college. Meanwhile, Dee had a rougher life. His dad was in the military and passed away young, so Dee supported his alcoholic mom from a young age. He started working at McDonald's as a teen, dropped out of college, and became a freelance writer, which surprisingly paid well. But no matter what he earned, he always sent money to his mom even when it left us struggling. When our relationship got serious, I finally told Dee about my family's wealth. He was upset I'd hidden it but eventually came around, though sometimes he'd throw digs about how I never had to work hard. That stung, because I'd built my career on my own. I worked in influencer and brand marketing and fully supported myself. We moved in together, into my place, of course. When I suggested splitting rent, Dee flipped out, saying he earned too little and that I, coming from money, should prove my love by covering everything. I ended up paying all the bills while he still sent money to his mom and bought her expensive gifts. Whenever I brought it up, he'd guilt me, saying she needed it more than we did. When he proposed, I was excited, though looking back, it was a bare minimum effort. He proposed in our yard in front of friends and family. My mom, who adored Dee, had even suggested he ask my best friend Kylie to help plan it. Kylie had been my best friend since school, like a sister. Our moms were best friends too. Naturally, Kylie and Dee became friends, and she even helped him pick out the ring. After we got married, I kept paying for everything: dates, vacations, household expenses, while Dee claimed he was saving for our future. When I got pregnant with our first son, James, I had a tough pregnancy and had to stop working. Dee wasn't happy and said I should keep working or we'd have no money. I finally told my parents about the situation. My mom took Dee's side. My dad, furious, called Dee and told him to start acting like a man or get out. That finally scared Dee enough to stop sending money to his mom and start contributing a little. But Mallory was furious at me for cutting off her income. After James was born, I had severe postpartum depression. I begged Dee for help, but he refused, said child rearing was women's work. My mom denied that PPD was even real and told me to tough it out. Only Kylie was supportive. I vented to her constantly. A year later, I accidentally got pregnant again. Dee was livid, but I decided to keep the baby. I returned to freelance work, determined to be financially independent. This time, I saved half my earnings for myself. Meanwhile, Dee got lazier, playing video games all day and eventually quitting his job. When I gave birth to our second son, Nick, Dee ignored my calls. He missed the birth entirely. Kylie didn't answer either. My parents took me to the hospital. When I got home, I gave Dee an ultimatum: get a job or I'd leave. He agreed, or so I thought. The next day, while doing laundry, I saw a text on Dee's phone from an unknown number. When are you going to tell her? I'm pregnant and can't hide it anymore. I confronted Dee. He tried to lie, but I'd already seen enough. I grabbed our kids and went to my parents' house, sobbing. I later found out the other woman was Kylie, my best friend of 20 years. Now both Dee and Kylie are bombarding me with messages, begging me to forgive them. Dee even suggested convincing Kylie to abort so we could move on. Then came another betrayal. My own mother tried to convince me to give Dee full custody of our kids. When I demanded to know why, she admitted that after I told her about the affair, she secretly met with Kylie. Kylie begged her for help, and my mom, instead of defending me, felt sorry for her. She promised Kylie financial support and suggested Dee and Kylie raise all the kids together, painting me as an unstable mother due to my past PPD. My dad was furious. He kicked my mom out of the house. I filed for divorce. Thanks to our prenup and Dee's blatant infidelity, I won full custody, and Dee now has to pay child support. Kylie's own mother disowned her and cut her out of the will. She now considers me her surrogate daughter. I'm focused on rebuilding my life for myself and my kids. I don't regret leaving. If Dee hadn't cheated, I might still be stuck in that miserable marriage. Sometimes betrayal is the wake-up call we need. Update 1. Hey everyone, thanks for all your comments and messages on my first post. I know I haven't updated in a month, but life got overwhelming. I went back to work. I can't afford a long break. Honestly, work is my escape right now. Turns out many of you were right. Dee and Kylie had been sleeping together for a while. Kylie messaged me a long apology, saying she didn't mean for this to happen but fell in love with Dee. Now that she's pregnant, she wants to focus on herself. She claims she tried to convince Dee to tell me, yeah, right. Dee, of course, is panicking. He knows if we divorce, he loses the house, the car, everything, all in my name, thanks to my dad insisting on a prenup. He begged me to forgive him, even suggested I convince Kylie to get an abortion so we could raise her child together. His delusion and entitlement are staggering. Apparently, Dee had been venting to Kylie behind my back for months, whining about how hard I made his life by forcing him to get a job. His loser friend Clinton encouraged him, telling him Kylie was a real woman, unlike me. That's how they first met up alone, and of course, Kylie took that opportunity to sleep with my husband. Kylie also had the audacity to text me that I should be grateful, because now she's freed me from Dee. Maybe that was her plan all along. Either way, she can have him. I'm almost certain they were together when I went into labor and neither of them answered my calls. When I told my parents, my mom refused to believe me. My dad was furious, he called Dee and ripped him a new one. My mom kept making excuses, saying maybe it's a misunderstanding. So I called Kylie's mom. Unlike mine, she immediately believed me, said she was ashamed of her daughter and would cut ties with her. She was in tears, apologizing to me. I've filed for divorce. My lawyer says it should be smooth, thanks to the prenup and the cheating. Full custody might be contested, but honestly, I doubt Dee wants any real responsibility for our kids. What shocked me most was my mom's reaction. She's now pushing me to give Dee full custody. At first, I thought she was joking, but she keeps repeating it. Today, I lost it. I yelled at her, demanding to know how she could even suggest such a thing. She wouldn't answer. Now I suspect something is going on, and I plan to confront her, with my dad present. I need answers. Before I update again, feel free to comment your theories about why my mom is acting this way. Because I'm pretty sure we can all agree it's insane. Update 2. Just a few days after my last update, my inbox was flooded with theories. I appreciate everyone's support, but for me, this is my life, not just a story. My lawyer served Dee the divorce papers. He called me, sobbing like a child, begging me to forgive him. I laughed and told him to prepare to lose everything. Our sons, James and Nick, are doing okay. Dee barely spent time with them anyway, they barely notice his absence. It's exhausting to manage everything alone, but my dad has been a rock for me. Kylie's mom came to visit, she lives in another city. She's completely cut Kylie out of her life and even said she's removing her from the will. She knows Dee will be a useless father and fully expects Kylie to come begging for money soon, but she won't give her a dime. Word of the affair spread fast. Friends and family are on my side. Dee and Kylie are now getting bombarded with angry messages. Then Mallory finally called. After a whole month of silence, she suddenly wanted to talk. I'm sure she already knew everything, probably too ashamed to call earlier. She had the nerve to tell me Dee was suffering because the family knows about the affair now. Then she said, as a good wife, I should go back to him and withdraw the divorce. She even tried to excuse his behavior, men sometimes stray, but it's a woman's job to bring them back. I couldn't listen anymore. I told her to shut up, the first time I've ever raised my voice to her. I reminded her that I supported her grown son financially for years, while he contributed nothing. Now that he destroyed our marriage and got my best friend pregnant, she has no right to ask me for anything. I warned her, if she calls me again, I'll sue her. It felt damn good to finally stand up to her. Then I confronted my parents about my mom's strange behavior. I told my dad everything, and we confronted her together. After some pressure, she finally confessed. When I told them about the affair, she secretly met with Kylie because she didn't believe me. Kylie begged her for forgiveness, admitted she was pregnant, and asked for help. Instead of defending me, my mom felt sorry for Kylie. She promised financial help and even tried to convince Kylie not to ruin my marriage, suggesting Dee could support her while staying married to me. When that failed, she shifted tactics, convinced Kylie that I was unfit as a mother because of my postpartum depression and that she should push for custody of my kids. My mom told Kylie that if I lost custody, I'd have to pay huge child support, money Kylie could use for her baby. Hearing this broke me. My own mother thought it was better for Dee and Kylie to raise my kids, despite everything. My dad was furious. He told my mom to leave the house. She packed up and moved in with her sister. Now I'm left wondering who I can even trust anymore. Update 3, 6 months later. I finalized the divorce last month. My dad was my biggest support. Thanks to the prenup and Dee's cheating, he got nothing. Dee first tried for full custody. When that failed, he pushed for shared custody. But my lawyer presented evidence. Dee had been an absent father, had no stable job, and his mom was an alcoholic. Plus, the affair and the pregnancy with Kylie sealed the deal. I was granted full custody. Dee now has to pay child support, and seeing his face when the judge ruled against him was priceless. Mallory glared at me, but I smiled right back. As for my mom, she's been begging me and my dad for forgiveness. My dad insists she continue therapy before they even consider reconciliation. I understand why my dad needs time. Her betrayal cut deep. Kylie is dead to me. I still talk to her mom, who truly supports me. She even cut Kylie out of her will and put me in it instead. I admit, that was satisfying. I hear Dee doesn't want to marry Kylie or be involved with her baby. No surprise there. Mallory is furious that Dee lost both James and Nick, but that's on her and her son. As for me, I'm doing better. I'm focused on my kids. I can't say this journey has been easy, but I have no regrets. If Dee hadn't cheated, I might still be stuck in that miserable marriage. Now, I'm free and stronger than ever.